Well, it must be the start of Connected College and Career Month because Alisha Lewis is here.
Woo, woo!
She's the Assistant Commissioner of Operations for the Arkansas Division of Higher Learning and always kicks off the month for us with a lot of good information. Great to see you again.
Thanks for having me. It's always fun to come and hang out with you guys. I get both of you today.
Yes. Well, and we're talking both of your kids are kind of entering this, like starting to apply for scholarships and looking at colleges, and you're in that phase of life right now.
We are. And nothing gives you sympathy and nothing gives you more understanding than being a parent that's going through these things. And then, you know, before I had a parent that before I had a child that was going through these, it was these steps like, oh, it's just do this, just do this, just do this. And now I'm like, okay, I understand there's a lot of steps. Let me try to break it down for you because we're doing it ourselves.
That's right. And it can get complicated, but it's more than complicated. It's just kind of a long process. But once you get that process done,
there's
you
just
have so many
several
opportunities.
boxes.
Yeah,
yes, there's just several boxes that you have to check.
And you have to find the paperwork.
You do. Thankfully, you know, it's all electronic now, so we're actually not having to go dig through files. So we've got a little bit of technology on our side.
Yeah.
Well, talk about FAFSA. Is there a deadline of when kids need to have these filled out by? Is this like the prime right now where they need to be doing it?
It started today.
Okay.
Yes, our state scholarship system opened today. We call that SAMS, stands for Scholarship Application Management System. That opened today, and then I got a notification that FAFSA opened earlier than expected, earlier than ever before. Usually it opens on October 1. It's already opened. So a lot of students are going ahead and taking care of it today, but there's really not a deadline when it comes to FAFSA because you can just kind of keep going all year long and then supplying the information. So there's priority deadlines, meaning that the sooner you get your FAFSA done, the institution can package your aid and you can know exactly what you can expect.
Real quickly, Alisha, there are people who are watching this right now who don't know what that FAFSA is. Yeah.
FAFSA, and it's free application for federal student aid.
Yeah. It's to help you get your education paid for.
Yes.
So worth the paperwork.
It is definitely worth the paperwork. A lot of our state scholarships and other scholarships require you to complete the FAFSA, before you can get your state aid and your scholarship. So it's an important part. It's an important first step.
There is a new higher education bill called Access. What do we need to know about Access?
Okay, so it was a big piece of legislation that happened in this last session, in 2025 general session. It was a bold overhaul of the higher education system. And when I mean the system, I mean mostly about aligning the K-12 system with higher education. So Access, there's an acronym, and the A stands for acceleration. And what acceleration does is making sure that students who are in the K-12 system have opportunities to excel and do accelerated learning. And so they get rewarded for that. They get diplomas of distinction, they get diplomas of merit, and then when they graduate with those honors, then that qualifies them for scholarships so that they're able to go ahead and go to college and get more money.
Yeah, I was reading up on this, and when you get to the higher education level, there are more opportunities for scholarships, right?
Yes, it really, what Access did for scholarships for students who want to go to college was it increased the eligibility opportunities, and it increased it so that students can take advantage of more scholarships that we provide in addition to the ones that institutions provide, and then of course private funders.
What piece of advice would you have for students or even parents who may be going through this for the very first time?
We would say be patient with each other and expect a little bit of muttering. But, you know, honestly, I think if I were a parent, I would say first thing you need to do is make sure that you have a checklist and you go through and you're like, okay, we've completed our FAFSA, we've completed our state aid. Have you applied? A lot of students at this stage in their senior year are like, I want to go out of state. I want to go and I want to go and, you know, I don't want to stay, you know, in my town anymore. And there's something to that, but they may change their mind.
That's right.
So I always tell my students, I'm like, hey, at least apply to one Arkansas college. And a lot of times they're really glad they did because they didn't, you know, they didn't eliminate that choice and make that their only avenue. So.
And you should leave all of those doors of opportunity open to you.
Absolutely.
Until you make your final decision, because you never know. You're right.
I'd like to pick on my kid because my kid has decided that he wants to go to school and he has had this, he wants to go to college and he's had a college picked out for a long time. And then he had a really good ACT score, and so now he's just like, hey.
I'm too good for that place.
Who wants me?
No, he's like, who wants me? Who's going to give me money to go to school? So it's really cute, and it's really a fun time in our lives, but I know that it can be stressful too. So just keeping your options open because, you know, it's important. It's potentially 4 years, 6 years of your life. Can be 2 years of your life. So, like, let's be thoughtful about where you're going to be happy and where you can be successful.
Angela, occasionally 18-year-olds change their mind.
Yeah, occasionally.
It's surprising.
I know.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Crazy. Thank you so much. And for
Absolutely.
more
Thanks for
information,
having me.
there it is, all right on your screen. Reach out to Alisha. She can help you out too. I know this can become overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be.
We're going to get through this, Alisha.
We're going to.
Good deal.
All right, stay with us. More Good Morning Arkansas after this.